What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I am Zoe and you're watching Zoe's World. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my original characters, Monea, Max, Bella, Will, and Kit. Speaking of Kit, there's a cat right there, just meowing, so it's being very cute, but it doesn't like it when I pick it up, so yeah. Let's start out with the main character, Monea. She's 12 years old. She's a fairy princess of Lathina. She is half monkey, human, and fairy. She gets the monkey from her dad, and she gets the fairy from her mom. I have an audience member. But anyway, she has the power of lightning, and what's interesting about the abilities of my characters is that I base it off of numerology. So I have a screenshot of what I have on my notes app for you guys, and I'll put it on the screen, and it'll basically explain it all. But Monea is a life path 9, and in Lathina, if a child is born as a life path 9, whatever ability they have will be stronger than other fairies of that group. So Monea is the fairy of lightning, which is already pretty strong by itself, but because it grows over time with like certain levels. And so with Monea being a life path 9, meaning she's an old soul, and she's like wise, and the number 9 is like representing of completion, so she is stronger than most fairies that are in her group. And that's basically how that works. And then her mom, when she was pregnant with Monea though, knew that Monea was going to be powerful. She just didn't know how, or like how powerful her daughter was going to be, mostly because she has psychic abilities, so she can sense and like she knows things. She sees like visions and stuff, and she could also feel that her abilities were stronger being pregnant with Monea, and that's usually a sign that your kid is going to be powerful. In Lathina is that your abilities will be strengthened as well. So yeah, that's something interesting about Monea not even being born yet. And she is a very kind, loving, very protective and loving of like her friends, her family, the kingdom of Lathina. She just is the type of person that she doesn't like losing people that she cares about, so she'll do whatever she has to do to protect them, and even if it means hurting herself in the process, she is going to make it so she puts others before herself in like general, and that's just who she is. And her friends get so angry with her because she does this, because they also just don't want to see her getting hurt, but they understand where she's coming from because they know that she's been through something terrible when she was just 2 years old and younger. She's been through a lot in her young age, from like, I don't know how to say this on YouTube, but she suffered like, not from her dad per se, but someone, a bad person, hurt her, like found her in the woods playing, and then but didn't actually succeed because her dad found her and like beat the guy up like a lot. Other than that part that happened, the zoo people found out about her dad being half human, half monkey, so they took him one night after he sung her to sleep and everything. He heard a noise outside and ran out to like see what it was, to like fight to the death, because he was like in dad protective mode, and it didn't go well. They had a net and like a dart to put him to sleep, and yeah, that was just like the end. He like was never really gonna see her again. So that was kind of traumatizing for the both of them. And Monea just doesn't want to lose anyone else. After that, she vowed to protect the people that she cares about no matter what. And that's why she is able to grow in her abilities. Like, there's different levels for certain fairies, like the lightning fairies. They have whatever they have yellow lightning is their beginning, so what they're born as, and then they can grow into white lightning, which they'll be able to run fast and fly really fast, like lightning speed. And then blue lightning is like the strongest lightning ever. And then the last one and the final stage is like all the colors, yellow, white, and blue. It's all mixed together and making her stronger than ever. And it's only achieved when she like fully accepts who she is as a person. And for her, it'll be accepting the fact that she is Princess of Lafina, and one day she'll be queen. And she's very scared of that, and when she accepts that, she will have all of the colors, yellow, blue, white, and blue. Now let's go to Max and talk about him. He is also 12 years old. He's half human, half monkey. And when he was born, his parents took one look at him and decided to put him up for adoption. They didn't even give him a chance. And the sad part is, their kid was also autistic. Bad parenting. Don't just give up on your kid because they're different. That's the moral of the story for that. But anyway, he experienced a whole bunch of abuse in that orphanage from the staff and other kids. And when he turned 9 years old, he decided to take the one thing that he had with him, his baby blanket, and run away. And that is when he met Monea in the forest, and they became close ever since that day. They were like stuck like glue. And Monea vowed to protect him no matter what, because that's just who she is. And Max pretty much does the same, because he doesn't want to see her hurt. Like, he's mostly the one that gets mad at Monea for putting herself in dangerous situations. And so yeah, that's Max basically. And also he likes to collect rocks, but specifically he likes the pretty colored ones. He likes the shiny ones, the sparkly ones. He keeps them in a yellow bag, and it's so cute. He carries it around everywhere, and he also always carries around his baby blanket, because it's his comfort thing and it helps him get through the day. And he doesn't really socialize with a lot of people because it makes him uncomfortable, and stress makes him uncomfortable, and it just like makes him go crazy and stuff, or like overstimulated. So collecting rocks kind of helps him out, like just like chill. and stuff like that. And so that's basically Max. That's basically who he is. He's a very kind, loving soul. Yeah. He doesn't have any abilities except for turning into a monkey. And then Bella, she is 11 years old, and she is the Duchess of the Butterfly Empire. She's a butterfly fairy. Her magic is nature, and she lost her dad also in war. Well, she lost hers in war. The Butterfly Empire was like in a continuous like battle for power. I don't even know all the details for that yet. I just know it was a war between the Butterfly Empire and Lathina, and I think it was probably just about power and like stuff like that. And all that Bella really has left is her mom, which her mom is very strict. She's a very strict lady. And yeah, that's basically all that. Bella is also just really sweet and kind. She's like the embodiment of sweetness. She's very sweet and loving, and she cares about everyone and everything. She hates fighting and war. She just wants peace and love. That's basically Bella. And she's very soft-spoken. She doesn't really talk that much, but when she does talk, it's very meaningful. And let's go on to Will. He is 13 years old. He's not the oldest of the group, but he's like the second oldest, and he's kind of like the big brother of the rest of them. And he basically is like always like protecting them, protecting the younger ones, Monea, Max, and Bella, especially Bella. He treats Bella like she is his younger sister, like full on. Like he's an only child, because fun fact, his parents aren't allowed to be together. He is half wolf, and in the wolf pack, they are not allowed to be in love with fairies, and his mom is a fairy. So Will's dad decided to like break off from the pack a little bit so he could hide his love, his true love. And yeah, that's basically how that happened. So Will doesn't really interact with the wolf pack very much at all. Like if he goes around any other wolves, they will smell the fairy on him and see that he has wolf ears and a tail, and be like, who's your parent? And what is your, like, why? Like, how? And like, so Will's dad tries to keep him away from the pack as much as possible so that doesn't happen. But also Will has wind powers, and when he's in his wolf form, which this is why wolf pack and fairies aren't supposed to be together, because of this prophecy that they have, for a child to be born from that. In his wolf form, he has a powerful bark that can basically like send people flying away when they're in his radius, and make their ears ring and bleed. And he doesn't really do that a lot because he has really bad asthma. So, and he carries around a blue inhaler in his pocket just in case, because it's really bad. It's very conflicting with the fact that he has wind powers. It's very conflicting, but I like it. Yeah, and he has a crush on Kit, the next character I'm going to talk about later, and he loves her so much. Like, he would do anything for her. Like, if something was wrong, he'd listen to her just rant and vent to him, and like try to help as much as he can. If he can't, then he will literally buy her whatever she wants, like food wise, or like just going out, just spending some time together, having fun. He's just that kind of boyfriend that like everyone wants. He's like, his dad also like has helped him become that kind of person. Yeah, his dad is very like, you need to be respectful and kind and loving and like, yeah. Will is also just very confident, like very confident in himself and in his abilities. And yeah, and he's very extroverted as well, very talkative. He's able to brighten the mood whenever he needs to. He's just that character that is just the big brother of the friend group. That's basically who he is. And let's just talk about Kit, since we mentioned her. Kit is half cat, and her parents are witches. Wizard. Evil, by the way. And they have a whole thing where if a child is born half cat, it's a curse. And yes, it is a curse technically, because a good wizard cursed her parents because they were doing horrible things to people, and in punishment, he cursed their daughter or child to be born half cat, because he knows that if the child is born half cat, then it's a curse. The wizard knew that. So her parents just like give her up and abandon her at the willow tree of Lathina. And basically that tree has her parents have been searching for that tree. They didn't even realize, because they can't see that tree is what they were looking for. That tree is only seen by good people with good hearts and pure good hearts and stuff. And so the only person that could really see that tree at that time was Kit, and that tree protected Kit and like until someone found her and took her like to safety. And so she was taken to a foster home where she met her ex Rain, and they were friends at first, and then they started being more than friends. And then yeah and then Rain got a little possessive and aggressive and territorial. I don't really like know all the details on that, but the relationship got toxic on Rain's end, and Kit was tired of it at one point and just broke up with Rain. Rain was not happy about that. She did not at all, and it made her into a revengeful person and like didn't move on at all from that relationship. Like she just wants Kit and only Kit. And yeah, that's Kit and Rain's relationship. But Kit, after a while, is able to love Will. She always had a crush on him, but didn't really want to come out to Will and say I love you in this way, because she was scared of getting to another relationship. But yeah, Kit is like, since she's half cat, she has like cat-like abilities, like cat vision. She can land on her feet, and every time she jumps from a high place, and she's very like flexible, and she is very like a loner, introvert kind of person. She's very calm, very quiet. She doesn't really talk that much unless she wants to, or like has something to say, or she's talking to Will. Will is her safe space. Will is definitely her safe space to like just vent and talk. And she's like the mom too. Other than Monea is kind of the mom as well. But Kit is, since she's older, she's 14. She feels like she has to protect her friends, Monea, Max, Bella, and Will, especially Will, but all of her friends. She feels like she has to protect them as well because no one was there to really protect her except for a tree. And this tree also gave her light abilities, light powers, and because she felt like she wasn't able to help as much as her friends were, so the tree gave her light abilities. And this is when she had to fight off Rain, her ex, because her ex found the dark tree of Athena, turning her revengeful self into an evil villain. Anyway, so Kit got light powers at that time and basically helped her friends defeat her ex. And then I'll talk about Rain too, since I was just talking about her. Rain has fire powers. She's also 14, and their pronouns are she, they, just letting you know. And she is a lesbian. Kit's also bi. Okay. I feel like that was very clear, because she was with a girl, and then, well, I don't know. She was with Rain, and then now she's with Will. So I feel like that's pretty clear. I don't even know. I don't know if it was or not. But anyway, Rain is not half animal, but she has fire powers. I like, and how she ended up in the orphanage is she accidentally burnt her house down with her family in it by accident. She was just playing outside with her fire magic, and it got out of control. And so for a lot of her life, she like blames herself for it, but then she's like, it was an accident. When she gets a little older, of course, like when she's like younger, like at the age of 14, she blamed herself. But later in her years, she like realizes it was just an accident. She was a kid. She was just a little kid. It wasn't her fault or anything, even though she did it. It was just an accident, though. It was completely an accident. If she was just playing around, she didn't realize that it was gonna burn her whole house down. Anyway, yeah, that's Rain, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know more about the magic and stuff, and stuff like that, and if you want to know about the villain OCs in the next episode, let me know down below, and like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.